The Supreme Court of India on 11 December 2023 delivered its much-awaited verdict on the petitions challenging the validity of the Indian government's decision to abrogate Article 370. The 5 judges bench, including the Chief Justice of India, held that revoking Article 370 was constitutionally valid. It is pertinent to note that this article granted a special status to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. However, on 5th August 2019, the Indian government revoked this special autonomy. Since then, the region has faced various human rights violations, and India has taken many steps, including this recent judgment, to introduce a demographic change. The case was made up of around 23 petitions, which argued that Article 370 was no longer a temporary provision and had gained a permanent status. They based their arguments on the facts that no recommendations were given to abrogate or alter the provision when the Jammu and Kashmir Constituent Assembly was dissolved in 1957. The verdict of the Supreme Court was based on two basic facts. Firstly, whether Article 370 was a temporary or a permanent provision, and secondly, whether Jammu and Kashmir enjoyed a sovereign status or not. The Chief Justice highlighted that Article 370 was merely an interim arrangement made during times of war conditions and hence is no longer relevant. The court reasoned that it was within the powers of the Parliament to amend the Constitution of India. The judgment also stressed on the immediate need for Kashmir to be restored to the Union of India like any other Indian state. In order to accelerate this restoration, the court passed directions to the Election Commission of India to conduct elections in Jammu and Kashmir by 30th September next year. Interestingly, the court also recommended setting up of an impartial Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which is directed to record and investigate the human rights violations that have taken place in the region. This would include violations starting from the 1980s to be investigated by both state and non-state actors. Criticisms have been raised about the judgment. Did the court fail to consider the sentiments and aspirations of the people of Jammu and Kashmir? Does India have the right to make unilateral decisions on the status of this territory? Or have the United Nations Security Council resolutions been undermined once again by India? These are some of the concerns that have been highlighted. However, despite facing severe backlash, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has praised the verdict by calling it a declaration of hope, progress, and unity.